Me, with a smiley face, of course. Today's objective will to today's objective will be to find and interpret the standard score, or z-score, using both mean and standard deviation. A standard score indicates the number of standard deviations and is given from the mean. The standard deviation of a random variable is the average distance of a random variable from the mean value. In contrast, the population mean, which is the average score of the population on a given variable. A z-score can be negative, positive, or 0. If it is negative, the corresponding x-value is less than the mean, but if it is positive, the z-score obviously, or if the z, the corresponding x-value is equal to the mean. A z-score can be used to identify any unusual values of a dataset that is approximately bell-shaped, using the formula z equals x minus the population mean over standard deviation, where z is the z-score, x is the value of the elements. The mean is equal to the population mean, with the standard deviation being equal to the standard deviation. I had put the little symbols here so everyone knew what they meant. To identify the z-score, you identify both the mean and standard deviation, and transform each value to a z-score using the formula I had given in the previous slide, and then you interpret the results. Moving on. Example 1. A construction company is working on an office building. The foreman, I know I spelled it wrong, there's supposed to be an E here, believes it will take I can't English. Mean of 74 hours and a standard deviation of 4 hours. If the building took approximately 70 hours to complete, we must find the z-score and round it up if needed. Now for the work, I took the 70 times 74 because our formula was x minus, or x times, 70, it's minus, I don't know why I put times, I'm dumb, ignore that. 70 minus 74 divided by 4. So if we do 70 minus 74, it's 4 over 4, and that's equal to 1. The interpretation would be the building was built one standard deviation above the mean. Example 2. Mr. Dang's most recent test grades had a mean of 67 and a standard deviation of 2.0. John scored a 66 on the test. Find the z-score and round up to decimal places if needed. For the work, ignore this as well. It is 66 minus 67, which is 1. 1 over 2 is a half, so the z-score is 0.5. Interpretation 2. John's score was 0.5 standard deviations below the mean. And to wrap things up, this is a quiz question. So far we have gone over the standard deviation, how to find the z-score, what standard deviation is, what the mean is, as well as a couple of examples, especially how to find the z-score, what the standard score is, how it can be positive, negative, or 0, and given the formula. So, this is the question. Using the formula z equals x minus mean over standard deviation, what is the value of the elements? And I don't even know if I'm supposed to give the answer or not. I don't think so. Right? Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to give the answer. It was in the thing if you were paying attention. And that's all I have for you. Have a nice evening. And that's it. Yeah. Shoot, wrong thing.